they can see this class in the YouTube. I will upload the class after the completion of this class. Okay, and they can watch this in the YouTube. Okay, right. Now under the fixed one, there are two types again. One is positive and negative regulators. Okay, and variable only one type, and the example for variable is regulator is LM317. Example for variable regulator is LM317. Okay, and examples for fixed positive. Okay, under the fixed positive regulators, there are again so many types are there. Means starting from 7 8. Okay, the all the fixed positive voltage regulators are starting from 7 8 XX. It is given by 7 8 XX. So the XX ranging from 0.5 to some 30s. Okay, so I'll give you examples. Okay, examples now 7805 and 7809, 7812, 7818, 7824, 7832. Means what it gives, what you understood from this. See, all the fixed positive regulators are starting from 7 8. If the starting letters 7 8 is there, means it is a positive voltage regulator. Okay, it is a positive voltage regulator. And the last two letters, that is 05. Okay, 05 giving what? 05 is giving positive 5 volts. Okay, positive 5 volts. And 7809 gives what? Positive 9 volts. See, similarly 7812 gives 12 volts, and 7818 gives 18 volts, and 7824 gives 24 volts, and 7832 gives 32 volts, like this. Okay, and now okay, so this is all about fixed positive voltage regulators. Okay, is there any doubt? Someone asking doubt? Okay, recording, yeah, I will send the recording, don't worry about that. And fixed negative regulators. Okay, the, under this this series is given by 79XX. 79XX. The series 79 indicating that negative voltage regulators. Good. Same like 78 series, it is also the examples for this 79 series is 7905 and 7909, 7912 and 7918, like this. So similarly 7905 means it gives negative 5 volts, and 7909 gives negative 9 volts, and 7912 gives negative 12 volts. That means negative 12 volts in the sense minus 5 volts. Here minus 9 volts, and here minus 12 volts is the output of this 7912 voltage series. 7912 voltage regulator. Okay, now 78 series gives positive voltages, and if it is not mentioned means here 7812 equal to 12 volts. It is not mentioned means plus 12 volts itself. Okay, it is plus 12 volts. Until and unless it is not mentioned, it is plus only, positive voltage only. If it is mentioned minus 5 volts means negative voltage, right? So this is about voltage regulators, fixed voltage regulators, IC regulators, IC voltage regulators, fixed voltage regulators and variable IC voltage regulators. So under the fixed one, there are two types again, positive and negative, positive and negative, negative. Okay, so example for variable regulator is LM317. Okay, the example for fixed positive voltage regulator 78XX, there are so many numbers are there, 7805, 09, 12, 18, like that. And also negative voltage regulators series starting from 78XX. XX is stands for 050912. Okay, so if it is 7905 minus 5 volts, if it is 7909 minus 9 volts. Okay, right. Right. Now let us go to the example circuit showing the regulator circuit, IC regulator circuit. Yes. Are you able to see this? Okay. Yes. It is. I am able to see means it is visible to you people also. Okay, right. And now let us go with the understanding of 7805 IC. 7805 IC here. If you see, what is 7805 IC? Okay. In your textbook, it is given 7805. Of course, you can directly write 78XX, and the circuit is same for all the series. Okay, the circuit is same for all the voltage regulator IC series. Okay, right. And now how the IC will be, okay, and what kind of IC it is. Okay, okay. In this we'll see about one of the most commonly used regulator, most commonly used IC regulator. Okay, okay, most commonly used IC regulator it is. The 7805 regulator IC, where we are going to use here. Okay, it gives a constant 5 volts supply. Constant 5 volt supply. Okay, 5 volt DC supply it is. Okay, and here, and generally there are so many batteries available in the market. Okay, so because we use DC supply for our electronic circuits run with only this DC supply. Okay, and as well as we need a constant supply, but the using of batteries is not a good idea, because the batteries eventually drain out, they'll discharge again and again. We need to replace the batteries. So what we use the regulators. Okay, we know all this. We have already discussed this in during regulator power supplies. Okay, and now here you see the IC will be like this. 7805 IC will be like this. Okay, and it is having three pins, but here we need to have two input connections and two output connections. So again, the question rises here: what kind of pin is to be used at the input, and which is for the output? And here is same like a transistor. The one pin of this IC is made common. That is, one pin is ground. Okay, one pin is always ground. It is not having a configurations like a transistor. Okay, it is one of its pin is always connected to the ground. Okay, that pin is called as ground pin. Okay, now so here is the pin diagram. IC photo. Okay, now this package is a TO220 or TO223 type package. Okay. Yes. Now coming to this pin diagram. See now. So here it is having two pins. If the number marked on the IC is facing towards you, starting from the left, it is pin number 1, middle one pin number 2, the last one is pin number 3. Okay. Now, if you see the pin number 1 is the input pin. The pin number 1 is the input pin, and the pin number 2 is the ground, and pin number 3 is the output. Okay, there is no confusion in it. Simply, we can use the IC regulator here. Okay, only the first one input and the last one output. Middle one is ground. Okay, so there is no confusion at all in this. Now, here a brief description about this pins. Pin number 1 is the input pin. Okay, positive unregulated voltage is given as input to this pin. Okay, unregulated input. Where you are getting the unregulated output? Here in it is from the regulated power supplies in from rectifiers. The unregulated output we are getting from the rectifiers. Just go back to the regulated power supply chapter. Okay, rectifiers. There are three types of rectifiers: half wave, full wave, under the full wave, bridge and center tap. Okay, so from these rectifiers we are getting the unregulated voltage. Okay, of course we are filtering it, but even though the output voltage is not constant. Okay, and pin number 2 is a ground. It is common for both input and output, as we discussed just now. Pin number 3 is the output pin, which gives a regulated output, a constant output. If it is a 7805, it gives constant 5 volts. If it is a 7809, it gives constant 9 volts. Okay. Similarly, the same applies for a 79 also. The output pin always gives constant output. 7905 constant negative 5 volts. Okay. Okay. And now basic circuit. How the 7805 is connected. You see. Okay, as we know, the pin number 1 is connected to the input. See here, here is a V in. Okay, V in is given to the pin number 1. And now pin number 3 is connected to the pin number 3 is connected to the output. Okay, pin number 1 is input, and pin number 2 is grounded here. Pin number 2 is grounded here. Okay, right. And the above circuit shows okay components. Okay, right. The capacitors used here. See, 0.01 microfarads capacitors are there. 0.01 and 0.22 capacitors. Okay. Near the output is optional. Okay. And the 0.22 microfarad capacitor near the input is required only if the distance between the regulator IC and the power supply filter is high. Means filter circuits we are going to use after the rectifier circuit. Why? Because the rectifier gives only pulsating DC. So this pulsating DC is to be now filtered and to get the DC, pure DC. Okay, of course it is a pure DC, but it is not constant. To get the constant DC, we are now regulating it by using the regulated ICs, regulator ICs. Okay, so if you are getting DC supply means it is a if you're getting constant DC supply means it is a regulated DC supply. Okay, now, now regulated DC supply. Okay, if the filter and IC are placed far away, then we need to use the 0.22 microfarad capacitor at the input side. Okay, and output side 0.1 microfarad capacitor is optional. Okay, okay. Yes, here is the full circuit showing the regulated power supply. Okay, now you get the input from the 230 volts. Okay, our input is 230 volts, 50 hertz. By using the transformer, I am now stepping it down to the 12 volts. Okay, 12 volts transformer. And then a fuse is used for the production purpose. The fuse is for production purpose. And then I am now using a bridge rectifier to rectify the AC to get the pulsating DC. And using a filter, capacitor filter to get the pure DC. And after that, here is the circuit. Okay, here is the circuit showing only regulated IC 7805. Okay, 0.22 microfarads and 0.1 microfarads are capacitors input and output side, and 7805 IC rectified DC is connected to the input of the 7805, and pure regulated DC is will be connected to the output terminals. Okay, 5 volts regulated output. Here it is. Okay, what are the components required? We can simply say here by watching here. Okay, a transformer and a fuse, 4 diodes, 1N4007 diodes, and one electrolytic capacitor of 1000 microfarads, and 2 capacitor PFs of 0.22 microfarads and 0.1 microfarads. Okay, and here 5 diodes here we are going to use here. Here it is at the output side, that is 1N4007 polarity protection. Okay, the last one is polarity, reverse polarity protection. Okay, right. Okay, here some important points to note about this 7805 IC. Of course, whatever it is, 7805 or 78XX series. Okay, let us say the input voltage should always be greater than the output voltage, because you want to get the constant 5 volts here. Okay, 5 volts here, but here what I have used 12 volts from the transformer, because it should be always greater than the output voltage required. Otherwise, what happens if you are giving a less input voltage? For example, let us say 3 volts I am giving as input. The regulator cannot increase the voltage from the input. Okay, it will stop the excess voltage. It can stop the excess voltage, but it can't produce the shortfall. Okay, or it can't produce the voltage which is less. Okay, only it can stop the excess voltage. That is the reason why a regulator IC or any regulator should be given a greater voltage as the required voltage. And now the input current and output currents are almost identical. So this means that when a 7.5 volts 1 amp supply is given at the input, the output will be 5 volts 1 amp. Input ఎంత కరెంట్ ఉందో అవుట్పుట్ లో కూడా అంతే కరెంట్ వస్తుంది మనకి. ఓకే, డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ ద కరెంట్, but voltage must be greater. Okay, okay, then what happens if I have given a 10 volts or 20 volts as the input, but I am getting only 5 volts? Okay, means what about this remaining voltage, where it is going? Then it is dissipated or converted in the form of heat. So as it is converting the excess voltage into the heat, the IC will now get heated. The IC will now get heated. So to compensate or to reduce the heat from the IC, so now here I am using a heat sink. Okay, this you are able to watch the picture here now. Okay, a small aluminum material fixed to the IC, behind the IC, by using the screw here, you see. Okay, now this is called heat sink. Okay, which sinks means which absorbs the heat from the IC and dissipates into the air. Okay, this is about 7805 or 78XX IC. Simply you can place 78XS. So all kind of 78 series regulators are same configuration, having the same configuration. So you can replace this IC with the other ICs, but the input transformer input must be high. If you are going to use 7812 IC here, you cannot use the 12 volts transformer here. Okay, you need to use 18 volts transformer there. Okay, so right. So this is all about today's class. If anyone having doubt, please students mention in the chat box so that I will clarify your doubts. Okay. Shall I stop here now?